Heidi-ho, Internet surfers. Welcome to the second episode of MH Speaks. I am MH Smith, and I am indeed here to speak. How's it been since the last week's podcast? Pretty good? I've been doing pretty well. Kicking it off with some project updates. Those of you who follow Retrovision Studios' Facebook page or my Twitter feed know that back in January, I filmed a little 7-episode web series titled Neil's Nemesis, and I'd hoped to release it right about this time, but due to some unforeseen technical difficulties and just general lack of organization during the shooting, it's probably going to be coming out January of next year. So sorry about that. Everybody who's worked on it has worked very hard, and it's all my fault that it's taking the time that it's taking, but I am pushing to get past the mistakes I have made, and for future projects things should run much smoother. Really, Neil's Nemesis was a great learning experience on doing these types of... We have a long-form series that we know pretty much all the episodes in advance, and having to film them all in one sitting. Actually, it was 2 sittings, but that's beyond the point. To fill the void between now and January, I plan on releasing a series of making-of videos of Neil's Nemesis to give you a little peek at the creative process here at Retrovision Studios, and to whet your appetite for the series to come. As far as upcoming filming goes, I'm gearing up to shoot a short assassin film in late September. It's going to be the first part of a trilogy introducing a new character that I'm excited to be writing and doing many things with. Also, it's connecting us back to a previous work that involves characters I haven't touched in, close to 5 years now. Which is exciting, both for me and the other people who will be involved. More information on that to come in the next couple of weeks. I will probably be announcing some casting information through here. Just got to get the finalized details locked in, and then that'll be coming your way. Moving on to things I've watched since the last podcast, I got to see Mission Impossible Rogue Nation opening day. I was very impressed with it. Tom Cruise has done an incredible job with the Mission Impossible franchise, going back to the first movie that De Palma did. The newest entry might be my second favorite of the series, because I have a soft spot for the first one. It holds a lot of nostalgia value for me. I did watch it repeatedly when it came out on VHS. If you haven't seen it yet, give Mission Impossible Rogue Nation a good chance. It was a worthy competitor to Ant-Man. In preparation for the X-Files return in January, I've been doing the 201 Days of X-Files, where, starting from a date, probably a month ago, where the X-Files people concluded that if you watch one episode a day, you'll be caught up in time for the new season premiere in January. Well, my wife and I are big X-Files fans, so we've been marathoning. So we're now probably 5 or 6 episodes ahead of the current day. In rewatching the series, X-Files is a very impressively written and made series for the 1990s, considering what they're trying to do. I mean, the couple of CG effects have been pretty laughable, but for the most part, they've managed to make a very enjoyable show on a very meager budget. And the range of episodes they've managed to do so far, everything from the alien invasions to the weird cults to the episode we just watched where ghosts of old people are haunting a convalescence home. It is definitely not a series that plays down a narrow stream of what subject matter it tackles. Very happy to be rewatching it and very excited for its return in January. Even though Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny are old now. Looking at old. Another thing that I'm about to watch, and every friend I have is telling me I'm crazy and I'm wasting my money and I shouldn't do it, but I'm not listening to any of that. Tomorrow I'm going to see the new Fantastic Four movie in theaters, full price, and I'm excited about it. Don't get me wrong, I liked the last 2 movies. I don't think you're ever going to find a better Mr. Fantastic than the guy from the first 2 movies, whose name I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce because I know I will butcher it. Yes, they were enjoyable comic book movies in the era before comic book movies actually meant something, but that's what makes them play so well. Besides, they had the character interaction down perfectly from what little bit I know of the comics. And yes, I'm familiar with all the controversies surrounding the new movie, and, the very unprofessional things said by members of the cast, and the unprofessional behavior and general lack of caring for the source material that director Josh Trank has spat out. But I don't care. It's a semi-Marvel movie, and I like Marvel movies, and I like superhero movies, and, well, the Deadpool trailer's going to be in front of it, so I'm excited. Because I'm a dope. Do you think I'm crazy for going to see Fantastic Four? Do you think that I'm just perpetuating bad comic book movies or comic book movies as a whole by going to see whatever trollop Marvel or DC was willing to put out? Well, let me know. Send me an email to mhspeakspodcast@gmail.com or tweet me at mhsmith22 with a hashtag mhspeaks and let me know. I want to know what you guys think about it. If you guys managed to go see Fantastic Four this weekend, send me an email, tweet me, or leave a comment below on either the YouTube video or the posting on the porkchopexpress.wordpress.com. That's another small update. I am still trying to figure out a new system for the audio uploads to where I don't have to post these as YouTube videos, because the setup I have for the Anti-Plastic Cascade works, but I'm not exactly happy with it. It's hard for me to track the analytics of it, so I'm trying to work on something different for it, so bear with me for a while, guys. It's a struggle. Anyway, I'm starting to choke to death on whatever in the world I'm breathing in my own home, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this podcast off. Again, questions, comments, topics, concerns. Is MH Smith crazy for going to see Fantastic Four? Send it to mhspeakspodcast@gmail.com. Tweet me at mhsmith22, hashtag mhspeaks. Leave a comment on YouTube. Comment on the Pork Chop Express. However you want to do it, I will read it, and if I get anything, I'll read it next week for the podcast. I am MH Smith, and I have spoken.